Alright, welcome back everyone. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Sally here. And, already accidentally did the last bit of a conversation already, which was only just her basically asking what we should do at this point, so we really didn't miss anything. So let's go ahead and, talk to her once again, see how this goes for us. Hopefully the frame rate is better, because I restarted the computer since the last time I played. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, let's say you brief tour of the newly liberated Doma. I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And is it not if we'll be missed here? Or will we? Not in a moment, if you would. Hey, Yagiri and Asashi, was it? You have some business with Naran? Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Urizel. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt adoration, one can almost forget they are the envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction lauding the woman who would do battle for a common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal. I'll take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yagiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable with your company, and safer besides. The Master has the right of it. He does not like to come harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Sure, why not? We can go with him. We'll learn something. In that case, I'll join you as well. There's a lot else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision. I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yanaxia. Might as well start at the town of Munzen. I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you'll follow me. Alright, so we're gonna have to go to, actually, we could hit the ferry docks first, I think. Oh, there's shards here, too. Huh. We'll hit this one up at the moment. I thought this would take us. Maybe it's over here. Okay, so I hope to finish up the last bit of quest here in the 4.2 patch storyline here. After that, I want to stop and do the Four Lords quest line, which would be a trial of, like a trio trial, like with Heaven's Ward, I believe. Since I already have that as my second quest there on the side. How far away is this? Faster go there, it looks like. Right, is this the... I think this is the room that leads outside, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. We're good then. I discovered a new location. That's strange. Wouldn't have thought there'd be anything really to work out here anymore. Hey, can this truly be Monson, home to the cream of Doma Samurai? I'd only heard that Yitsu intended to send some of the few of our automata out here. But only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Your savagery have served only to incest the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It is folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we begin to make amends for the sense of destruction, the better. Securing the supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Really now? Okay. Travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In light of the setting sun, one would sort of be aflame. It's indeed a doleful spectacle, and maybe we could rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true Papelius. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Nama is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you follow me, I'll be ready our boat. That should be right over here, I think, right? Ready to cast off? Something's about to happen.
Get back! I'm warning you! Someone's in trouble. Are you all right? Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Yeah, Red Kojin, huh? I think this is the first time we're seeing them all this way out here.
It is.
one down.
Leave this to me. An opening.
I didn't realize they were all over here doing this. I'm gonna have to watch them more carefully then.
The art of my forebears.
Yeah, they're back up their tricks. Last one that this one's the more in-depth one, so I'll work on this one. Yeah, it's done.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
It's usually true.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Alright. Dear me, I hope to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Erzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least few who live to tell the tale. After that little ordeal, I believe it's time for us to return to the Enclave. Sure, my lord, but what of Namal? He seems so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namal would take kindly to a sight of a man in Imperial uniform, blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I've seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Great, off to the Enclave it is then. Or do I have to speak with her by, like, the boats again? Okay, we're actually not that far from it. It's still going to take a little bit of a while to get there, even by flying, it looks like. Ah, here we are. Okay, apparently maybe I didn't need to come here. Okay, I see a shard straight for us. I'm gonna grab that first. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have well overwhelmed us. You may go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without and keep watch over our guest. We had best not keep him waiting. Let's head on in. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asashi on a tour of Nyaxia. Thought you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. I gather your time was well spent until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report. However, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin here. Have there been such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they're planning some new venture here in Yaxia, we'll need to increase patrols. In any event, I'm indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Asashi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. The time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I don't quite trust him still. The question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I'm reset to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphanod's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you recall, Susanna was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Ziki. Those said relics remain there to this day. It's all but certain the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making source summonings impossible. Assuming this is the case, preventing the primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they want to collect. This I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunch and its people. Their support, I am confident we can keep the Red from attaining what they acquire to call upon Susano. What are the prisoners? They'll be exchanged as agreed, and I'll give full credit to Asashi for the success of the transaction. If there's aught we can do to help the players, in our favor, I mean to see it done. First, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter of business? Pass a stick which I'd see you put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, If her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for your Tsuyu part, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Another quest complete. Yotsu received in Gegetsu's care. All that remains is the answer to Yasashi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Give me, Lord, but has it not been gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gogetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but I never did imagine it'd be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition was just that, but alas, it is as you say. To see you, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They'll be elated to hear of our agreement. As of that, I have no doubt. As for exchange itself, once I've obtained the relevant traditions, I'll arrange for the people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yaxia. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may reassure your soldiers will be well cared for until you return. We'll begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin in their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I'm informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The bloody of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. People of Doma have suffered enough, my lord. I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may be hope for us yet. Till we meet again. Getsu, as before, I leave Yetsu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asashi to a proper farewell. Alright. Excuse me. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Philemius. Let's be off. Oh, we're heading all the way that way, huh?
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the... Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Oh, it looks like you really can't trust these Empire folk, can you?
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he is truly a disciple of Xenos, his possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. However, the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Coachman must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners must be ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we will call for you. I certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we'd be on hand to play our part. Either defend Doma or help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use the time to return to Erzio, but given the volatility of the situation, I think it'd be best to remain in Kikani. Agreed. Between Yutsatsu's amnesia and Asashi's dubious agenda, I say we have ample reason to remain in their neighborhood. If anything would happen, anything at all, I must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that we have my word. Treading a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not surprised they attempt the feat alone. To Kikani, then. Tatar and the others must know what has transpired here. Alright, given everything, since this will complete this and push us into the 4.3 stuff, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end things here and then go and talk to Sorobent Jotaro at Hell's Lid next and get that quest line underway. So we'll be pausing the main storyline for a bit, and we'll be going ahead and continuing with the side stuff for a bit. So see you then.